Good afternoon. My name is Kevin Gilmore with the National Weather Service New Orleans Baton Rouge office located in Slidell, Louisiana. And this is your weekly weather briefing for Sunday, September 3rd. First, let's actually take a step back and talk about quite the event we had yesterday for some people in the metro New Orleans area. We actually ended up having a weak tornado in the Kenner area. You can see some of the video that we received here. It provided quite the sight for some people around the city. We got lots of pictures and actually did have some damage in the Kenner area right off the shore of the Mississippi River. As you can see, there was some very obvious rotation with it. A lot of people saw it as a funnel cloud and what could have possibly been a water spout on the river. But after we kind of gathered some of the information from radar and from the damaged photos that we received, we did determine that it was likely an actual small tornado. This is preliminary damage survey results of the small tornado, an EF0 with winds estimated around 70 miles per hour based out of some of the damage that we saw. So these kind of things can actually happen this time of year. We can have some water spouts, tropical funnels, and such a humid, moist air mass that we're in right now. And sometimes they can spin around. Sometimes, most of the time, they're friendly with little funnel clouds, but sometimes they can drop down and produce very weak damage. So this is typically what we can see sometimes this time of year. So it's nothing out of the ordinary that we see around here. And it usually happens, again, due to the fact we have so much copious amounts of moisture in the atmosphere like we've been having lately. So talking about that, jumping straight into the forecast, this is your Sunday afternoon forecast showing you the chance of precipitation through about 7 o'clock this afternoon. So you can see that the better chances are going to be across the southern parts of the area around coastal southeast Louisiana. A little bit less chances up towards the north, but still pretty good chance that you may see a passing shower or possibly even a thunderstorm later today. Then jumping into tonight, actually what we need to watch is going to be this little tropical wave, this little disturbance going through the northern Gulf. Nothing that's going to become a tropical system or anything like that, but if anything, it's actually going to be causing an axis of higher precipitation to be moving towards the west. So we could very likely see some showers and thunderstorms ongoing across the Mississippi Sound and Gulf waters late tonight into early tomorrow. And then as we get into early tomorrow, as this little wave continues off towards the west, we can actually see a pretty good chance of some showers and thunderstorms, primarily with best coverage in the morning hours from around, I'll say 4 a.m. to around noon. We'll see some widespread showers, especially across southeast Louisiana, even all the way up north too. There's pretty good chance of coverage. And then as we get towards Monday night, late afternoon into Monday night evening, the system kind of pushes off towards the west. We see a little bit of a lowering in coverage as we typically see once the sun sets into Monday night. Talking about the total rainfall that we're going to be expecting. This is for today on Sunday through the upcoming week. We see that, like we just showed you, the best chance of rain and the best chance of higher rain totals. That's going to be around 1/2 inch, 3/4, possibly even 1 inch of rainfall. It's going to be across the coastal areas of southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi. Chance of a little bit less coverage off towards the northwest. However, don't pay attention to exact totals as there could be some isolated higher amounts just based out of how these storms can really deliver a lot of rainfall in short amount of time. So we're going to have to actually keep a little bit of a close look on the potential for some localized ponding or some flash flooding in some areas, especially during the day early on Monday. And taking a quick look at our drought monitor, remember we are in a D3 and this has been expanded now to include a large majority of our area that we cover here in southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi. This is a D3, which is considered a extreme drought for the area. So obviously we can really use some of this rainfall. We just don't want too much in one time. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But any type of rain, as long as it's not heavy or not extremely causing bad problems, is welcome for our area. And for the forecast for the week ahead, we got New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Gulfport. Starting with New Orleans, you can see that now moving ahead Monday into Tuesday, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the rain chances will be going down and temperatures will be going up, especially towards later in the week. Same for Baton Rouge. We see that temperatures will be not too bad in the mid-90s, but then climbing through the rest of the week, especially towards late week. It is very possible we could see those triple digits back to the area yet again. Upper 90s to triple digits is possible, but pay attention to the heat indices. The heat indices are actually not so bad, but they're still, getting to 105 to 108 range, especially towards the middle to later part of the week, and same for Gulfport as well. Rain chances going down, temperatures are slowly steady getting back up. So expect mostly dry conditions mid to late week, and you can't rule out maybe a passing isolated shower, but chances are that we're pretty much going to be dry for the rest of the week ahead. So we can't finish this broadcast without looking at the tropics. So here is the 7-day Tropical outlook showing you through all of the Atlantic. Really nothing to say that's going to be a threat to our local area the next 7 days. However, we are going to be watching this one tropical disturbance coming off of Africa that has a high percentage chance of development as it comes up towards the Lesser Antilles. We'll be keeping an eye on that, so be sure to check back to the National Hurricane Center or follow us on social media, and we'll be able to provide you with the latest with that. That ends this briefing, and we hope you have a great rest of the day.